Alright, so this is how this is going on. I'm going to tell you exactly how my settlement went, what my pay was, and what it actually came out to. Alright, so I had 3,725 miles, which you're going to be like, how did you get 3,725 miles? That's because I got paid quick pay on 2 of my trips. So really, it's less than that. It was like 2,800 miles, plus I went ahead and got quick pay, which took my 62 cents and took basically 5 cents off of every mile, which is, it's fine by me. I needed money now, which I'm honestly kind of blown away by what this actually came out to be. So 3,725 miles. Alright, so this is from 08/15/20 to 08/23/20, which is 8 days, because, well, I did quick pay, so I'm counting that in there. So in 8 days, I made a total of $2,270.35. That's as a company driver. That's, I mean, no deductions. That's guaranteed. That's what I was going to get. So you have a $1,000 deposit that you have to pay when you come over here and start driving. They don't take it all out at one time. This is so people abandon a truck, you know, they go get the truck. If you destroy the truck or you damage the truck and they have to fix it, then that's what they use. If nothing is wrong with the truck and you return it just the way that you got it, you get your $1,000 back. Just sounds fair to me. There's no pet policy. There's no pet policy. You can take your animal. If you want to take 12 dogs, take 12 dogs. They don't care. They don't do all that nonsense shit. But what they do is, alright, so you can get fuel at any TA, Petro, or Love's. But if you do not get the fuel that they tell you to get at the fuel stop that they tell you to get, they charge you $100. Which is still pretty fair, considering you've probably cost them $300, $400 getting a full tank on a fuel stop that they said not to get fuel, because I did that. It was a shorter route, so I took it. I still got paid for the miles that I didn't even drive. Yeah, I guarantee you 300 of these miles I didn't even drive, and I still got paid for it, so that's pretty cool. But I got cash advance as well. So driver deposit was $300, cash advance $150, and non-fuel stop was $100. Which is fine and dandy, doesn't bother me. It was quicker for me. Still got paid for 300 miles that I didn't drive, so really I only got paid for, what, a little more than 50 miles, so whatever, extra, you know. But after all my deductions and everything, it came out to $1,728. That's after all my deductions, and that was with quick pay, taking 5 cents off of, I don't know, 1,200 miles. Yeah, 1,200 miles. That's quick pay. So I wasn't even making 62 cents a mile on that. But here's the crazy thing. So it's a whole new week. It's been a whole new week, and they gave me a COVID load, which means I could run it. So I ran 1,000 miles in a day. I was like, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? That's some money right there. Well, then the load after that was another COVID load. I was like, hell yeah. Alright, let's do this. Got 4 hours sleep. Ran my full clock. Well, I didn't even run my clock. I kept it on PC. I got a full 70-hour clock right now, because I've been running COVID loads, so I just ain't even been using my logs. But I did, so far, I still got 5 days left in the pay period. I count quick pay as well, my quick pay days, because I'm going to use them. I'm going to use my quick pay days. Let's see how many or how big of a check I can get at one time, which this is 3,700 miles and it was $2,270. Okay, and if you message me or inbox me, I will send you my check stub so that you can see that I'm telling you 100% the truth. So, all right, let me explain more. All right, so it's been 3 days. I still got 5 days left in the pay period. I've got 1,800 miles, and then I have a 900 mile load already. And I have a load lined out for tomorrow going back to Tennessee. The one that I'm picking up tomorrow is not a COVID load, but I have a full clock, so I'm just gonna drive down there on that clock, and then I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna go to sleep while they're unloading my trailer, get up, drive right next door because it's the same building, and get loaded with a COVID load. I'm gonna sleep while I'm getting loaded, and then I'll drive back up here to New York. Well, actually, it'll be New York, which will be another 900, 800 miles that I'm gonna get along with 900 miles tomorrow. So that's another 1,800. So that'll put me down to what, 3 days left. If I do things right, I'll have 3 days left on the pay period, so then that'll be 1,800, 900, and 900. That's another 1,800. So what's that come out? What the fuck does that come out to? That's quite a bit of miles. That's 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, almost 5,000 miles. And I'll still have 3 days left to do COVID loads. So I'm honestly shooting for 6,000, roughly 6,000 miles, 7,000 miles, if I can push it. As you can tell, I look like crap. I'm very exhausted. Getting naps in here and there. Whenever I get fuel, I'll take an hour nap. Whenever I'm getting loaded, it usually takes about an hour, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours to get loaded, so then I get that 3 hours of sleep in. Whenever I'm getting unloaded or loaded. They're really quick about unloading though. I don't know why they're so fast about unloading on these COVID loads. But this right here was 3,720 miles, and it was $2,270, so $2,270, and that's 3,700 and something miles. So I want to see exactly what 7,000 miles looks like on a paycheck. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. But I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I'm excited, still loving it here. These are the nicest people I have ever met in my entire life. I mean, they treat you like they can't go without you. Like if you was to quit, they'd just be distraught, man. It'd mess them all up. Now whether that's true or not, I don't know, but they literally apologize about everything. Like today, it took a little extra time to get unloaded here. Well, the load that I was supposed to pick up tomorrow was actually supposed to be picked up today, so that I could get down there and pick up that COVID load, which would have gave me an extra 12 hours. So then in 12 hours you can get a lot of fucking miles, excuse the language. But I told them that I wanted every COVID load that they could get me. They said you can have them all. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these drivers don't want the COVID loads. They don't want to run crazy hard. They don't want to do all these crazy miles. And then a lot of the guys that used to do all the crazy miles, they really don't want it because they'll tell you they don't run like that no more. Which I am fine with running like that. Which my wife's pissed. She's over here. She does not want me running like that. She said, you have to get some sleep. I'll be alright. As long as I keep squeezing in naps and getting 3 hours, an hour, 3 hours, then it makes up for itself. Have I fallen asleep driving in the truck yet? No. If before I get to the point where I think I'm going to start falling asleep, I'll pull over and get on an exit, get on an off-ramp or anything like that. I'm not going to fall asleep. I'm not going to make things dangerous. If I start nodding off, it's done. Not doing it anymore. Now, I'm still going to run the COVID loads. I'm just going to stop and actually get 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep and then just go right back at running the COVID loads. This place, so far, they have done every single thing above and beyond what they said they would do. Like, they said, oh, you'll get $1,500 a week. That sounds damn good to me, considering my past and everything with other trucking companies. But they've went above and beyond that. I mean, 3,700 miles and it's a little over $2,000. Okay, let's get it going. Let's go. All right, I will do this. Now, it's been a minute since I drove for a company that I was excited to drive for. I used to drive for MFA, which is Mid-South Farming, Agriculture, it's some shit like that. Loved it there. That was before I went OTR. That was regional, sort of local. It was local, okay, it wasn't even regional. Which I loved it there until I got out here and experienced the OTR life, and they asked me to come back. I went back, and I just didn't like it anymore. I couldn't do it. I sat in a truck staring out a window, not even driving 90% of the time, and I was like, I just can't do it. Time goes by too slow. But I have not enjoyed driving for a trucking company as much as this company since MFA. That was right out of trucking school. If you want to come over here, you can. You have to have a year experience, which is simple, but they do not have very many trucks open, as you can guess why. Like, they might have 6 or 7 trucks open, if that. They have 100 trucks in their fleet. They do not want to expand. They don't want any more trucks. They said then it gets too hard to maintain your drivers, talk to your drivers, keep a close relationship with your driver. They believe that if they stay in close with their driver, they treat their drivers right, they can make more money that way than well, no, scratch that. They think that it would just be better off that way. Less expenses in the long run. They want to be able to handle it very easily. I don't know what else to say. I mean, this place is just, they have not done me wrong. And whenever there's something that goes wrong, I'm getting phone call after phone call, and it's not to bother me, it's to apologize. We're sorry. We didn't know the shipper was going to do this. We'll make up for it. We're going to give you such and such amount of miles to make up for it, and we'll just throw it on your check. Like, the one that got turned in Wednesday, it was, I don't know, like 800 miles. 600 miles. It was like 600 miles. Well, I accidentally took a picture of the wrong bill of lading and sent it in with my quick pay so that I could get paid early with that. That would go on my paycheck. Well, that shouldn't have went on my paycheck. Well, they called me and they was like, hey, this is what's going on. Can you send me a picture of this? I was like, yes, I can. So I took a picture of this, sent it to them, and they was like, you took a picture of the wrong bill. Or before I sent it in, they told me that I took a picture of the wrong bill, and I got them the correct one and sent it to them. And they said, oh, we're sorry. We are so sorry. We cannot put this on there for quick pay. This will not be on your check. And I was like, don't worry about it. That's fine. I'm perfectly fine with what I got. Well, she just kept apologizing and everything else. Well, I got off the phone and they sent me my settlement a little bit ago, which is what I wrote down. And they managed to get it put on my check. Like, they, pretty cool. What do you think? You think it's pretty cool, don't you? You're still mad at me. She's mad at me. It's okay. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. You guys stay safe out there. Yeah, just don't do nothing stupid. All right.